to Daybreak. A great venue for Terran vs. Zerg. One of my favorite maps for this matchup. It usually ends up being pretty fantastic. So spawning to the northeast, currently down 1 game. This is, of course, the first map he's dropped in the winner's bracket thus far. It is Azuba's viOLet versus his opponent to the southwest, also known as Bogus. The GSL round of 4 Codes. Perhaps you've heard of him. From Team STX in the Red Trunks playing Terran to the southwest. It is INnoVation.
I'm just thinking, probably one of the most successful Casper transitions players.
So far, yeah.
Apart from Rain, I guess. You know, Rain is obviously stands out as #1 of all. But INnoVation's pretty close up there. I mean, not quite close as in championship winning close, but he's getting there. Especially with the top 4, a minimum finish in GSL Codes this season. We'll be playing live Friday night, so tomorrow night. And then the finals is Saturday. The GSL Codes will be live here with Tastosis casting for you guys.
I'm looking forward to that one. I'm going to be in the audience. I'm going to be in front row watching that, and it's going to be great.
Yep. And we actually, on Saturday night for the GSL finals, we can watch it in the audience, and then we can drink and watch it because we don't have to cast until 7 PM on Sunday.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's winner chicken dinner right there.
I think we will actually, in fact, go and hopefully win and perhaps acquire a chicken dinner. I know some very good places in Vegas to get a chicken dinner.
Yeah, and after acquiring this Total Biscuit, we're going to get food.
You cannot show them the box of dreams, Apollo.
That's right.
It's a good job the webcam was not on. The box of dreams is a magical thing, and you are not allowed anywhere near it.
It allows us good food.
It does, it does. Not to
Probably
say...
once, though.
Not
it is expensive
yeah.
in Vegas.
Well, we were thinking STK, which is like, apparently the steak's about $100 a piece, but
yeah.
I'm thinking maybe it might be worth it. It's recommended, but I big shout out, by the way, to the Cosmopolitan for allowing the staff to actually use the Cosmopolitan Hotel Staff Cafe, which has been phenomenal so far.
Yep.
Really great breakfast and lunch from them, and very affordable. So thank you very much to them. Much appreciated. Thank you to the staff for not being bothered by it.
It's the newest hotel, if I'm not mistaken, isn't
Cosmo?
it?
Yeah, I believe so. And wow, the rooms are incredible.
It is
they really
a
are.
very good hotel, so definitely recommend it to anybody. Definitely stay at Cosmopolitan. It's got a great view. You can see it. Many players, many staff members, casters have tweeted pictures of it.
Yeah, it's a great
really
view.
Is good.
We our room, or my room specifically, has a Japanese hot tub that you can sit there and just kind of watch the skyline from. It also, curiously enough, and we don't really know why this is, has glass windows in the shower and in the actual bath itself, so you can see in completely from the bedroom. I'm not really sure what the point of that is.
We're in Vegas, baby.
We are indeed. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas,
Do whatever you want here.
Including the lack of privacy. And for the moment, we've just seen a pretty standard opening from INnoVation. No craziness, although has gone double gas pretty quickly here.
Yeah, just, you know, barracks command center into double gas.
Yep.
Quite a standard opening from INnoVation. And we are going to see factory Hellion Banshee. The most likelihood, it's not 100% guaranteed, but very much so likely that's going to come out here. Compared to viOLet, who does have speed at a decent time coming down, just off this one gas. You know, it does, with getting speed out, it's not really going to be aggressive, but getting speed early on is going to push back a lot of the early builds. It's going to offer him to build a lot of Zerglings as well to potentially be aggressive to deny bases. But you know, good, pretty just standard start by both players in overall.
Certainly, and viOLet manages to get that overlord out. Really nicely timed there. Knows he can get it out. He's not too worried about that. He's nice and relaxed and chilled out. He's timed that out to perfection. He's done it so many times. Like the positioning of the bunker here from INnoVation and the placement of the supply depot, which will go down there. Something we first saw actually from Boxer a long time ago. He started doing this kind of thing where he would place a bunker in such a way that the surface area in the TBZ matchup against Lings would be minimized.
Yeah.
And it just means that bunker's going to stay alive longer. It means that it's going to get to shoot more things. That's very effective. And what do we see here? So we've got Tech Lab coming down. Here is the factory and reactor on the way. Hellion follow-up coming in.
No starport.
No starport.
So
no.
He's obviously gone for a couple of Hellions in a row here. But with no starport down, that means he's going to be able to throw gas into...
Is this... no, it's not. I thought maybe it could have been something really old, like Marauder Hellion.
No, it still can be from this stage if he throws down a bunch more barracks now. But the problem is with double gas is that you don't sink the gas fast enough.
No, you don't.
That. So, you know, it could have been, but it's probably just going to be double engineering bay in a second into double refineries on the natural to go straight for 1-1. But Stim's down really fast here, so it would be a shame if he didn't use it early on against a player like viOLet on a big map like this who has delayed you know, getting a Baneling Nest down and stuff like this.
Yeah, you'd be able to inflict some significant damage there, but it's a little bit of a risky maneuver. You get maybe a couple of stims out of Marines, and then they start to fall down very, very quickly indeed. So you've got to pick your target, make sure you get it, and then try and get out of there if possible. Oh, nice little Ling run by, does a little bit of damage, doesn't actually kill a worker, gets some scouting information there, spots a Hellion coming in. Hellion's now moving in to try and deny. Creep Queen already moving into position to deny the Hellions.
And the Hellions making their way across. Third command center is down, as we can see. No drones on the third, as INnoVation realizes. There's the double engineering bay. It's a little bit later on. I think he could have streamlined his build a little bit, though. It did seem like he's floating a bit of money when he didn't need to.
Yeah.
He went up to 700 at one point, which is obviously command center and double engineering bay, so there's no real need for that. An extra barracks and extra refinery, so yeah, it's kind of just standard build here by INnoVation, just bio-focused. He's not going to be too aggressive with stim. Even though he has the option to, he doesn't have enough units, that's for sure. No, I mean, if you get aggressive with stim and 9 Marines, you're not really going to get anywhere with that. That's not going to kill anything. But viOLet's creep spread has not been denied as much as I would have potentially expected. But yet another set of Lings just sent in to scout, find out what's going on there. Notice a fairly small army. Hellion's now looping around once again to try and get a few tumors. Yep, and they can get one for sure.
Yep.
Going to hold the Xel'Naga Tower, and if any creep does start to pass through, they can turn around and get it. Going to poke around to the third, see if there's any drones there. They get in.
Yeah, damage can definitely be done here. The Lings are moving in, but there's actually not quite enough, in my opinion. But he's worried about the Spine Crawler, doesn't want to get trapped, wants to keep these guys alive. They got hammered down pretty hard in the previous game, unnecessarily, as you pointed out. So it's something that he may wish to watch out for. In the meantime, we've got Lair Tech is now complete here for viOLet. So the question is, where does he go from here? Since he's going 1-1, yes, Infestation Pit is the usual response, just Ling Infester for the time being.
Yeah, super standard play by both players here. Just very, very normally playing it out. Nothing that really changes from the standard openings. As we see the army coming down to go straight to 2-2, and the third base about to be taken is 1-1, and combat shields is almost done. So the game's gonna, move on. It's very similar to the previous game, set from INnoVation's not playing from behind in this game. They're actually equal.
It's worrying, really, isn't it? You think about what INnoVation was able to do from behind, and now he is on equal footing to his opponent, and he is hopefully ready to do some really crazy damage. But at the moment, his army is very, very small. He is working on siege tech, so I don't expect him to be rolling out. This could very well just be lining up for that 2-2-1 timing that we were talking about previously. 1-1's about to finish, so should see 2-2 follow that immediately. He's got the gas for it, and then perhaps is when he makes his big push. But at the moment, he's going to roll across the map, because he's got 1-1 and the combat shield just about to kick in. So see what he can do. He picks off an Overlord. Nice little bonus.
Yeah, a little bonus. If he tries to drop in the main, he won't really get any results, despite combat shield just finishing up. They're all units are ready to go. As 2-2 has been researched immediately, a second factory been added on, as well as the gases on the third. So just complete setup here by INnoVation. viOLet, on the other hand, normal. 2-2 on the way, pathogen glands, Baneling Speed finish up, the Infestors coming out, super normal. What we'll start to see very shortly, depending on how late viOLet wants to leave it, is the hive being made. Now that the 6 Infestors are down, the gas is starting to rise, where he can throw down more Infestors or the hive, and he is going to just choose the hive as normal, and following that, we'll see a 4th base taken in the middle. So completely ABC textbook game here from both players.
Certainly, and that usually means on daybreak that nothing happens for about 12 minutes, which is exactly what we've seen really up to this point. 2-2 about to finish here. Yeah, that's that 2-2-1. You can always just say what the next few minutes of the game are going to be, and the question is this push going to be any good? The creep spread is... It's okay, but, I mean, he's got it to the 4th base now, but it's definitely not as good as it could be.
Yeah, definitely, and this is a part of the game where we are going to start to see drops come in. So at the south side, we do have a drop coming down, and that's going to be one drop to try and move out of position. I don't think that INnoVation's going to look for a push here with 2-2-1. I think it's going to be more established in the middle of the map. That's a scary amount of units, which he sees, and he could get crunched.
This really is just like the first game. Those Hellions dying in exactly the same way to exactly the same things. If this were the same map, this would be just the same game, but Bogus is in a better position, or at least you'd think he would be. viOLet does have a really scary army here. You'll see this drop coming a mile away. Does viOLet overcommit to the defense again? I mean, he actually doesn't need to, because he's got a Spore Crawler in a great position, and a Spine Crawler there too, and a Queen. So he can deflect that drop no problem at all. So he needs to sit back and say, right, 2-2-1 timing. It's probably coming. I can say it most likely is going to arrive. big drop coming into the main, though.
Yeah,
so this
big drop in the main, and the medevac's still at the south as well.
Couple of queens
and
spotted.
And then the army moving forward now for INnoVation.
Yep. Trying to keep an eye on everything there. Stagger drop is going to do some damage. Oh, he's unsieged, and that is a huge surround there by viOLet, a massive surround, and a fungal on the side, and this crush just got absolutely obliterated. And now he's just going to go right for the natural, and rightfully so. He can do damage here. This drop has not been cleaned up yet, so it's actually working on the hive at the moment.
Well, there's so many infestors here, and for the first time I've ever seen INnoVation was caught unsieged, which doesn't happen very often, but those double drops in the main, doing a lot of damage there, is eventually going to be cleaned up.
Yeah. 9 workers killed. Didn't kill any tech. He did injure the hive, certainly, so he can follow up maybe later on, but that was dealt with pretty well. It's actually going to lose a queen here unnecessarily, I feel. viOLet could have definitely microed that one back, and that's unfortunate because he's giving away some of that advantage he got. He blunted the 2-2 push completely. It was just obliterated. So now INnoVation's got to transition into something else. And this gives a nice opportunity for viOLet to go hive tech and to start to really get things going. Notice that he's... Does he actually have the Ultra Cabin down? Because he's gone 3-3 here. No, he's
gone for Broodlord.
Yeah, he's gone 3-3 and Broodlord in straight away, so he's not going with the Ultraling with Adrenal Glands. Okay, but that does still give him that great transition possibility, if he needs it, to switch back to Ultra with 3-3 immediately and Ling support on the ground. INnoVation coming in once again. Spore Crawler in a good position this time. Ling's prepared to receive this drop.
Yep, and at the same time, it looks like INnoVation's going to take the middle of the map. 3-3 just started. A little bit later on, though, because he actually was quite late with 3-3.
viOLet's actually going to get down there because he's actually not prepared for this drop. It's not there. He's going for it right now. Still not the ideal time to come in, but there's Banelings in the mix, so that's a nice clean-up there. No problem at all. He is not concerned. In the meantime, the drop onto the 4th base is also cleaned up completely. And again, this is for INnoVation to get into position. It allows him to move.
No, he doesn't have too many units, though.
No, he doesn't. And
I think that's actually very scary for him to be up there. I think viOLet's got a very strong army right now. And he knows it too.
Oh, big hits right there from INnoVation. A lot of Lings taken out in those initial volleys here. Another attempted drop is shut down. Medevac dies. This one is being injured. And viOLet's got... the Infestor energy is just huge. I mean, any attack into this is potentially devastating for INnoVation if he doesn't do this exactly right.
This is going to push this back so easily. Yeah, that's one siege. This is the perfect time for viOLet to go in.
Overrun it, yeah. And as soon as it unsieges, it goes right in for it. Super aggressive behavior here. Oh, it's huge. And with the stim just coming in, Bogus gets absolutely crushed by that attack, and that is the second time that viOLet has brought down the hammer, and he's not done yet. He's going to take all these medevacs. They are all going to go down. That's a huge number of them. That is... I feel sick as a Terran player. I really do after seeing that, because that was devastating. viOLet did really well there, and now is in a perfect position to try and take this map.
Yeah, I think definitely viOLet's going to draw this series up, and we'll be going to a 3rd game here. This army's not answered. There's no answer from INnoVation right now, and I love the decision from viOLet to switch from the standard, which is going Ultraless, into the Great Aspire. That's where INnoVation showed a little bit of weakness previously. He was very late on adapting to Broodlords, and in this game again, that is the cause.
That's it. There you go. And Azubu viOLet comes out firing. That was a really good game from him, honestly. It was very well played indeed, and looks like, well, GSL Code S round of 4, they can bleed, Apollo.
They can bleed, and it all started when he got caught unsieged. That's where it all started. That's the biggest mistake in that game, and unfortunately, well, having your tanks unsieged and broken down, despite being dropping and doing all these things at the same time, is that you just lose the brunt of your army. You can't take a 4th, you can't attack. What do you do? And you have to do one. It's either an attack or it's either a 4th base, and at that time, he didn't attack because he lost his army. He couldn't take a 4th because he lost his army. Therefore, viOLet was in great shape to be able to pick up that victory, and we go to game number 3.
Looks like it's going to be on a Hana by the looks of it.
Oh,